Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, President Bartlett. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Stephanie.
Aw.
Do you mind if I just stare at you?
I'll stare right back at you.
We are, as I told you yesterday, we don't even need President Bartlett. We'll take the gay guy from Grace and Frankie. We'll take the evil president from the Dead Zone. Just anybody you played would be better.
I got him all wrapped up into one.
I mean, Martin, you've heard, first of all, I love this, that your wife said, when I asked if he would come on, because I said I think it would really comfort people because, everybody's comfort viewing The West Wing now on, all the channels. And she was like, well, he's a little shy about talking in public. I'm like, doesn't he get arrested with his TV wife every other day? What do you mean he's shy? When did he get shy about speaking out publicly?
No, in fact, it's the thing I least enjoy, public speaking or anything public, frankly. No, the older I get, the less I feel comfortable doing it. But I realize it's necessary. And now maybe more than ever.
Yeah. Martin, you were great at it. I remember being downtown L.A. you were speaking at an Get Out of Iraq rally. And people then were like, oh, why couldn't we have President Bartlett? And now we're like, oh, I wish we just had George Bush.
Oh, well, careful.
Yeah, I'm just reading one of these. You heard this before, that The West Wing is one of the shows that people are rewatching so much now, just for just feeling good about any kind of government again. I'm reading this one article. There's even a quarantine lockdown episode, No Exit, in season 5. But perhaps that's too close to home. I can revel in the opening episodes as the word POTUS rings around my head, or Martin Sheen's Latin excoriation of God in the season 2 finale, Two Cathedrals. I might be stuck inside and Donald Trump might be terrorizing the White House, but I can always depend on President Bartlett.
Yeah.
What is that like to embody one of the most famous sort of benevolent presidents when we have, I think, the most evil and incompetent president we've ever had in real life?
Well, the West Wing was, in large measure, a reflection of a whole lot of very committed people. And at the center was Aaron Sorkin, the creator. And so we had only to follow him and Tommy Schlamme and John Wells, the producer, we just got in line. All of us knew that we were onto something, and we just went with it. The one big concern we had at the start was, would this work on commercial television? That was the chief concern. We were just astonished when it did. People responded, and we had no trouble with sponsors.
Yeah. Wow. Speaking of old times, I was struck as Travis was trying to get you set up on FaceTime that you've gone from Martin Scorsese, and God knows, Francis Ford Coppola getting you set up. And we're like, no, a little more headspace, Martin. And also,
Yeah. We just popped him right up there. We didn't even do any of that. We just popped him up.
Although we are in almost apocalypse now, but it.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about, like, first of all, like, just you as a person, you and Janet, who Saint Martin of Malibu, as Malcolm Nance calls you. How are you guys doing in quarantine? I mean,
We're doing absolutely fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jen and I are here together. We're used to being with each other for almost 60 years.
Yeah.
And our daughter Renee is staying with us. And the three of us are having a very good time, actually.
Or as we call her, tech support.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you that you are, the number of times that you tried to call me and we couldn't connect yesterday was paled in comparison to the number of times Lily and Jane tried to call me, FaceTime me.
Oh,
and so
okay.
it is like a scene from Grace and Frankie over here all the time about, it's trying to use technological things.
Well,
but,
two of my favorite people in all the world. And you add Sam Waterston to the mix and we are called the Gang of Four.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are the oldest people on television on a regular basis, and not sure how long that's going to last.
It's fantastic. Oh my God, to see all these you actors at the top of your games, these amazing actors. Now, you did just get arrested with your TV wife, that troublemaker Jane Fonda, not too long ago, did you?
I can't go anywhere with her. Yeah, we were in Washington in January. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What and what? And now I even forget because you and she and Lily and everybody's so active. What were you? What was she protesting then?
The environment.
Oh,
Yeah.
environment. Yeah.
Yeah. Every Friday. In fact, today is Fire Drill Friday again.
Yeah.
The first Friday of every month, somewhere in the country, somewhere in the world, someone is participating in the fire drill on behalf of the environment to wake people up. Now,
Martin, go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
the focus has gotten a little
But Martin,
different.
but has it? I mean, I read the thing that you sent me that you got from Kerry Kennedy that she sent you. I read it on the air and I posted it. And Martin, just like President Bartlett or you as a person, Martin Sheen, people, they just look up to you so much and they're so inspired by you. And that thing you sent was so. And we'll repost it again. But just
Okay,
it was.
yeah, that was, Kerry.
It was.
It was written by a priest who's, I can't remember his name right now, but you have it.
Yeah.
But
it's very,
Yeah, we.
I think it's really so very necessary now that we have voices that inspire us, that make it clear that we're all in this together and we are going to get through it. It's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were, everybody would do it with, hands down. But unfortunately, this administration is the epitome of cynicism. It knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. And, Mr. Trump was very quick to, declare himself wartime president, but he has still not declared the war because he cannot define it. And hence, he has lost the power to turn the country back on, as he says.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we are just so deeply moved and inspired by our healthcare workers across the nation. Yeah. Without exception, their courage has been just unbelievable, and they have, renewed the entire earth. And thanks to them, the world has discovered fire for the second time. And I'm just so moved and proud to be a part of a community that has those kinds of people in our midst. I think we're all really seeing ourselves truly for the first time.
But this is what I was trying to get at with the piece you sent me. In some ways, you are President Bartlett because you sort of uplift people, you inspire them. You're trying to look at because that piece you sent, it did talk about how you can breathe the air in Wuhan and there's, dolphins in the canals of Venice, and what kind of world could we actually create when this is over and we get rid of this, malignancy in the Oval Office, and we get rid of this and we get through this period. And, Janet sent me that great piece with the orchestras all over the world playing together. And there is such light and grace in the dark still, isn't there?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it's all of us are those points of light, if that's a reference that you can remember from.
You stole that from another president, but yeah, sure, President Bartlett.
No, in fact, George Bush Sr. used that.
Yeah.
But in fact, that came from Thomas Merton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have rosaries, which I cherish, given to me by Martin Sheen, but you are deeply, you and I have that in common, Catholic.
Yeah.
Catholic background, and then your wife and I have in common being potty mouths.
Well, you're my favorite potty mouth.
Tell her I need another Trump Grab My Country T-shirt spelled correctly because I gave mine to Lily Tomlin, so I need another one.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah. She's she's a thief. You know that probably.
Yeah.
You probably keep your stuff in a locker at Grace and Frankie. But no, Martin, thank you, honestly, because I think that you really do. Like, you and Janet always send me and I'm sure to everybody you try to send things that are positive, that uplift people, that inspire them, because this really is one of the darkest times we lived through. Somebody said, Martin, this is like the Spanish flu meets the stock market crash. I mean, we had 3.3 million jobless claims, the most in our history. We are number one in the world now. We're over 85,000 people with coronavirus. We're at almost 1,300 people dead. I mean, we're in the midst of one of the darkest periods in our history, aren't we?
But we need to remember that that's only part of the picture. If we're, if I can offer one last thought, it is that old phrase: fear is useless, faith is necessary, love is everything, and this above all. one heart with courage is a majority. That's from Robert F. Kennedy.
I can't believe you made a prop for me. That is so fantastic. I love that. He's holding it up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is amazing. No, I've said many times, Martin, you and everybody knows this. You and Janet, your whole family. And by the way, just the love that it took to get this technologically to happen. It was like that commercial you do where Charlie pops up and goes, "Dad!" And Renee's there.
Sorry to drop a
But no, I know people would just, so wanted to hear from you. I got such a reaction just from reading the thing you sent to me. And thanks for just not, the characters you played that have experienced people, but I think that have, inspired people. But I think that people know that comes from you, that it is interesting. A lot of you were like-minded on the West Wing. I mean,
sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of believe in those ideals. You didn't just play them, right?
No, it's one of the few times that we were given a reflection of our true selves, and we ran with it. Yeah. And gladly so.
Yeah. And I love that Aaron Sorkin didn't write that. You wrote that in a Sharpie, what you just held up. Yeah. And that's the times we're living in, Martin. And thanks for soldiering on with us. Martin Sheen, thanks so much. I know we were supposed to have, I'm going to take you for dinner whenever we're done with this whole thing, something. But thank you. I
look forward to it. Thanks so much, Jeff.
All right. Thank you, Martin Sheen. There he goes. Oh, he makes me cry. He makes me cry every time.